For a significant portion of the WNBA's existence, its top athletes have departed home shortly after the season concluded to compete internationally, frequently for superior compensation. Recently, however, the landscape has begun to shift with the emergence of increased salaries and enhanced endorsement opportunities. Breanna Stewart and Napheesa Collier aim to fundamentally change the women's professional basketball scene with their new league, Unrivaled, set to launch in January 2025. This league intends to offer an alternative venue for competition and revenue for WNBA athletes during the off-season. For a long time, playing abroad was the only choice available in the off-season, and now we are changing that narrative by providing a new option, Collier stated earlier this year. Playing overseas is an excellent choice for some, but it shouldn't be the sole method to earn money, develop skills, and enjoy basketball. As we approach what promises to be an intriguing winter, here's everything to know about Unrivaled. This leads us to perhaps the most critical question. Initially, Unrivaled claimed it would have 30 of the top professional players in women's basketball. However, Collier revealed on Oct 31 that the league would be broadened to 36 players due to surpassing our financial expectations. The complete player roster has not been announced, but 33 out of the 36 positions have been filled. Unrivaled president Alex Basil, who is married to Collier, informed Sportico that the league aspires to expand to 8 teams and 48 players in the future. Stewart and Collier are, of course, spearheading this initiative alongside other stars, including Brittany Griner, Jewel Lloyd, Chelsea Gray, and Jackie Young. Currently, 3 members from the outstanding 2024 rookie class are included: Angel Reese, Rickea Jackson, and Aaliyah Edwards. Despite the league's efforts, Caitlin Clark is not among them. She has opted out, as reported by Michael Vopel. In addition, Kelsey Plum has changed her mind about participating. The Aces star was part of the initial roster, but stated on November 27 that she has withdrawn to take some more time for myself this off-season. When does the season start? The inaugural season is set to commence on Jan 17 and will continue for 8 weeks. Matches will occur on Monday, Friday, and Saturday evenings. TNT Sports has obtained the broadcasting rights, with Monday and Friday games airing on TNT and Saturday matches on TRU TV. All games will be accessible for streaming on Max, with a full schedule to be published later. What will the games look like? One of the many distinct aspects of Unrivaled is that the matches will be played 3-on-3 on a slightly shorter court. The Unrivaled playing surface will measure 70 feet in length, roughly 3/4 of the WNBA's 94-foot court length. The width of the playing area will remain unchanged at 50 feet. Additionally, instead of the WNBA's 10-minute quarters, the league will implement 4 quarters lasting 7 minutes each. A complete set of regulations concerning shot clock duration, permissible fouls, and more has not yet been published. However, Collier mentioned on social media that it will resemble typical basketball with increased spacing. What is the season format? The season will span 8 weeks, including the playoffs. There will be 2 games each game night, and the 6 teams will compete against one another in a round-robin structure. The top 4 teams in the standings will progress to the playoffs. A playoff structure has not been revealed yet. Unrivaled is developing its own facility in Miami, which will serve as the league's headquarters this season. How much will players be paid? Exact salary figures will remain undisclosed, but each player will earn a minimum of 6 figures and receive equity in the league. One of the main motivations for Stewart and Collier to establish Unrivaled was to offer players the opportunity to earn substantial income, not only now, but for future years as well. Women's sports are experiencing a significant surge, and it seems that everyone is benefiting from this growth except the female athletes, which is something we aim to change while also fostering generational wealth for these women, Collier conveyed to We Need to Talk last year. From the start, Stuart and I committed to creating a league based on the principle that players deserve compensation and ownership reflecting their worth. Will there be coaches? Yes, each team will have a head coach, one assistant coach, and a team manager. Unrivaled announced the head coaches on November 15th. Currently, they are not affiliated with any specific team. Notable individuals include former Sky coach Teresa Weatherspoon and former Los Angeles Lakers assistant Phil Handy. Unrivaled, the new 3-on-3 league, will proceed with its inaugural season without Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark, despite their interest in her. President Alex Basel discussed their interest in the guard and the reasons for her decision not to participate. In a recent episode of the Ringer WNBA show, Basel, who is married to co-founder Nafisa Collier, stated that the choice to expand their roster was made to accommodate Connecticut's Sun forward Alyssa Thomas, not specifically to wait for Clark. Due to adding 6 roster spots, we could then involve AT, he clarified. Initially, she intended to play overseas but changed her mind, and we thought, we need to find a way for AT to participate. So some believe it was a decision to create extra roster spots to give ourselves more time to recruit Caitlin. That's not completely accurate. It was largely about having players prepared to join us and ensuring they are included. Concurrently, I've stated before that Caitlin will always have a position in our league, and that remains true, he continued. Nonetheless, he acknowledged they engaged in discussions with Clark, who ultimately chose to take this off-season off. We always aim to be a home for the elite, stated Basel. We went through our discussions. Ultimately, she required this off-season for herself, which we respect, so we look forward to seeing her next year. She won't be playing this year. It's understandable that Clark opted for rest during the off-season, given her strenuous schedule. She concluded her college career on April 7th, and she was drafted merely 8 days later, playing continuously until the Olympics in late July. However, she isn't the only one who declined an opportunity with Unrivaled. Las Vegas Aces star Aja Wilson similarly turned down a significant offer to join the league, while Kelsey Plum, another Aces player, announced she would withdraw from the tournament. I've decided to forego participating in the inaugural season of Unrivaled to take additional time for myself this off-season, she shared via her Instagram story. I'm grateful to the league for their understanding and support. I wish the league and all players the best and look forward to watching. The league is set to commence on January 17th and will continue through March, with the next WNBA season anticipated to begin in May. There will be 8 weeks of 3v3 action alongside a one-on-one championship. Coverage will be provided on TNT and streamed on Max. Caitlin Clark reportedly declined an invitation to participate in Unrivaled last week, a new 3-on-3 women's basketball league. Nonetheless, founders Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier have successfully prepared this star-studded league for an exciting launch in January. Unrivaled has already unveiled its roster of 34 players, with 2 wildcard spots remaining vacant. The league will consist of 6 teams with 6 players each and will host games in Miami over 9 weeks from January to March. Because of the introduction of the wild card spots and Indiana Fever star Aaliyah Boston's decision to play, some speculated that Clark might be persuaded to compete. After completing a very packed 2024 schedule, where she participated in her last NCAA tournament before guiding the Fever to the WNBA playoffs, it appears that Clark is taking a break before next season. Unrivaled officials stated that they would extend an open invitation for Clark, which may give her the opportunity to reconsider in the near future. While Clark may not be part of the 6-team league, Stewart and Collier can still highlight an impressive array of skilled players participating in Unrivaled's inaugural season. Kelsey Plum, Brittany Griner, Courtney Vandersloot, and Angel Reese have all been signed, alongside many other WNBA athletes. Yukon star and likely first overall pick Paige Buchers has already secured an NIL deal with the league and is expected to make her debut in 2026. Stewart and Collier have had a dynamic year establishing Unrivaled, which seeks to elevate the standards for women's basketball while taking advantage of the sport's increasing visibility in the media domain. Players in the league are set to receive record-setting salaries, including a historic six-figure guarantee and prize money for winning a mid-season tournament. Participants in the inaugural season will also acquire temporary equity in the organization.